Savings is not an investment. This is actually the third video, if you're just watching today, of a series of videos I've done so far concerning savings, spending, borrowing, and investment. So if you've not watched the first and second video, I want you to go to my YouTube page so you look at the first, second video. So I've been speaking on savings, spending, investment, and borrowing, and how it has affected my life and how it has affected the life of millions of people all over the world. So growing up, I was not actually taught. My family did not actually teach me. I had to intentionally learn about the world of finances. I had to intentionally do my research. I have to intentionally do my background work. And for me, I always apply what I read. So it has helped me a lot, both in my business, both in my career, and in everything I'm doing currently. So what I intend to do with this book I'm doing a review for is to help you understand some of the lessons that has guided me, some of the pathways that I've followed that has transformed my life totally. So initially, in my previous video, I'm not going to repeat, I talked about how I started my journey. So in this video, I'm just going to continue from where I stopped in the last video. So I spoke about how savings helped me while I was in school. I was actually saving, in as much as I know that the bank does not give us a lot of interest. They just give us small amount of interest on our money, and I know it's not yielding actually. I explored other means to make sure that I gain something on my money. So I'm going to just go back to the story. So as we continue, you'll see the flow. So back to my story, I'm actually reviewing the book Savings is Not an Investment: The Power of Saving for Investment. So helping you seeing the importance of savings and how spending is actually affecting you if you have a target, a goal, and the dynamics why people don't save. Actually, what's actually the cause? Because a friend of mine would tell me, there's a lot of responsibility on my head. Someone would tell me that I have bills to pay, a lot of bills to pay. And if you look at those things, they're actually legit bills, but we'll be breaking them down here so you get the full picture of what I'm saying. So back to my story. After college, I had two goals for myself. The first goal I had was to clear the remaining 50% fee I was owing the school, and to get a property at a strategic location in my country. So that was two of my goals after college. So I went for 1 year compulsory training as a medical officer. While undergoing that training, I was still saving little amount of money that came into my hand. Though I was not able to achieve the two goals, I was only able to clear the 50% fee for my college with the little I had saved. So the power of saving actually helped me to clear the bills I was owing in school, doing my clearance. So when I went for my training out there in the north, so it's actually helped me job. I had two goals. Number one was to clear my debts, and number two was to buy a property, because I started researching on property, on land, on houses, and all the rest. So I set a goal to actually get one. So during my training, I was able to save some funds, but what it actually did for me, because I had a target, was to help me clear the debt I was owing in school. So that was just what here is actually saying. So I didn't achieve the second goal, which was to buy a property then, but I didn't give up, because savings has become a habit for me. It is something I do consciously. So I was very intentional, and I had a focus. I had what I want to achieve. I was not just keeping money in the bank, irrespective of the fact that the bank was not actually giving me enough interest. I knew what I wanted. and if you've watched the previous video, you will listen where I said that you need to make an in-depth research on some of the investments you want to put your money into. So that might take time. So while you're researching on the businesses you want to invest in, while you're researching on the platform you want to invest in, or whoever you want to invest in, because you have to do your background work, the money must be somewhere. You understand? Maybe you have an interest rate of maybe between 5 to 12% interest rates. You understand? And that might not be enough, but as of that time, that money should be in the bank or wherever you want to give it, that it's giving you a considerable amount of interest, while you research on the businesses, the persons, or the platform you actually want to make those investments. Do you understand? So don't worry about those, whether the interest is huge or small in the bank. As long as you're doing your background work, you're researching, you have where you want to put that money that might give you maybe 20% or 25 or 30. Some businesses give you 50% depending on where you're actually putting the money. So I'm going to continue. So meanwhile, I didn't give up on my dreams. I was still determined to achieve the second goal of acquiring a property. Why am I telling you this? Because I want to help you see how little amount of money you save can grow up to become big. There is a proverb that says a little drop of water consistently poured can fill an empty drum. The secret is consistency. That's the secret. Consistency. That's how saving little amount of money can actually work for you. The small sacrifices you make in the place of savings today, just a small amount of your money can grow to buy you a house or fund your dreams. But I will always advise that your savings should always be targeted towards a specific investment. You don't just save, put your money out there and say, I'm waiting for trouble to happen. No, you actually have a specific targets that money is going to address. Because if you don't do it, a lot of things, don't worry, but before we go to the end of this book, you will see so many things that can take, because you have a lot of bills to pay. It's so much bills to pay. So there are limitless possibilities when it comes to saving with a specific purpose in your mind. I ended up buying my first property before I was through the next year, and from there onward the rest is history. I bought shares and real estate, mutual funds, started my business, and the list goes on. I'm not sharing this to brag. I'm only sharing this with you to help you know that there are limitless opportunities when you apply the law of savings to your life. I want you to believe that nothing is impossible if you put your mind to. Whatever goal that you are aiming to achieve, whatever that might be your dreams, whatever you think that you want to travel out of the country, you want to go on vacations, you want to do a lot of things, you just have to be strategic. You must be strategic about the savings. So that amount of money you're saving in a year might not be what you want, but if you're strategic enough, you will focus on an investment that can give you maybe the percentage of what you think that can serve you, and say, okay, in the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, this is what I want to do with this money, and this is the income I'm expecting in this money. You know, so many people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in 10 years. You can actually do a lot in 10 years if you focus on your dreams. You just overestimate what you can do in 2 years I'll do this, but you just underestimate what you can achieve in 10 years. Do you know what that means? If you calm down and start planning and say, this is my target, this is what. So I really hope that this video will help start up something in you, and so you start seeing the importance of savings. You will know that the bank is not giving you the expected interest you want on your money, or there are so many platforms you can actually use to give you maybe between 5 to 15% interest if it's actually visible for you. But there are businesses that can give you 25, there are investments that can give you 30, there are investments that can give you your ROI on 100% of your money, but you just have to be very intentional. You have to do your work. You don't just carry your money and give to someone. You just have to be very, very intentional about it. So I'm going to state some of the opportunities that come to those who save money. So listen to some of the opportunities that come to those who actually save. So what savings does, it helps you to take advantage of investment opportunities that needs only those with ready cash to jump on into it. If you spend all the money you have, you won't have the ready cash when opportunities show up. So I'm a big I can testify to this because earlier my first property, there was a properties that were just auctioned. The owner wanted to just sell it off to travel out. So just because I've been saving for a while and I had that ready cash, so when the opportunity presented itself, they said I just have to pay 40%, then I can pay it off under the remaining 6 months. So what I did was because I had a target, you get. So once you have this money and you have a target, you will attract what you want. Is it a business you want to invest it? If you have this ready cash, you will start seeing the opportunities. They will start presenting themselves to you. So that is just the goal. So when these opportunities came, I just key into it and I got that property, and in the next 6 months I cleared it off in a very good location. So that's what it helps. So now secondly, the habit of savings helps investors and business people who would like to invest in your business know that you are serious about your life and your business and your finances, thereby building trust and commitment to your vision. So I still remember when while I was in school, maybe I was planning, yes, when I told you I was planning to do my clearance and all the rest. So I was able to save 50% of that money. So I needed 50%. So I had to start asking my uncles, my aunties. So I reached out to one of my uncles and I said, sir, I need so amount of money. Let's just take a number. Let's pick a number. I said I need 500k to be able to clear myself from school. And do you know the question he asked me? He said, Henry, how much do you have? I told him I have 250 to 300k, a student. So he was like, wow, that's actually cool, I can help you. So do you know what? He sent me some percentage of the money and said, I'm very impressed. That opportunity, that commitment, he saw that I was very serious with my life because I had something. Imagine when I told him that, sir, I don't have anything. You say, this guy, you're not serious. So you've been in school, you've not been saving. So it gives people the trust, the interest to make sure that they help you succeed because they know that you are serious with your life. That's how it is in life generally. If you're not serious, people will detect it, because if you want people to invest in your business and you've not invested yourself, it shows that you don't trust yourself. Do you understand? So that's how it is. So secondly, it makes people to trust you when they want to commit resources into your hands. Then number 3, finally, there are savings. So now there are opportunities in every corner, but they exist only for those with ready money or who can command money because they have formed the habit of savings and develop other characteristics which go with the formation of saving habits known by the general term called character. So just as I said in point 1, you must, if you don't have that ready cash, some things will not open up to you. People will not think that you're serious. So just imagine you walk up to me and say, I have a dream. I want to actually start up my music career. I've I've bought my instruments, I've opened my YouTube page, I've done this, I've done that. When you present that to me, I will know that you're serious with your life, that you've actually invested into what you are doing. It will push me to actually make commitment in your life. Don't go to people without having invested in yourself first, or having the proof of concept that, see, if you actually invest in me, there is something for you. I am serious with my life. That's what people want to know. So people that don't save, for me, they are just unserious people, because opportunities are ringing around you. They are just everywhere, but just people that can take advantage of it. The relationships you have can expose you to some opportunities, and you'll be like, okay, what's happening? You don't have this. I still remember a story whereby an opportunity came up for someone to actually travel out, and they say, how far? The guy said, I don't have a passport. Go and do passport. Okay, I'm ready to help you. Just go and do passport, and that passport will not cost more than 100k. Just go and do passport. The guy said, I don't have money. What have you been doing in the last 25 years of your life? You're 26. Or what have you been doing the last 5 years of your life that you've not saved up to this amount? You see how this opportunity passed this person just because the person does not have the ready funds, even the relationship that can power that opportunity. This guy did not have the relationship that can power those opportunities. You see how he missed it? That's it. So those are the 3 opportunities that come to those who save money. So finally, there is no limitation in life unless the one you put on yourself. Do you know why I was able to get my first property? It was because I was preparing myself through the art of savings. And when the opportunity presented itself, I was ready to grab it. Are you ready to grab some of the opportunities that will be coming your way this season? If you're ready, put it down below on the chat box. Put it, say I'm ready. So what are you going to do? So tell me now what you'll be doing. Are you going to start saving? If you're already saving, are you going to be very intentional about it? Every funds that come into your hands. This is just the chapter 1 of this book. We are going to be looking at the chapter 2 of this book in the next video. So feel free to like, share this video to your friends, because now specifically I'm talking about savings, spending, borrowing and investments. A whole lot that I'm going to expose your mind to, so you can be able to, you will not have excuse when all these things come around you. You'll be able to just push them out and focus on what you want in life. That's my goal. My name is Henry Obikwere, and I'm your financial coach, and I'm here to add value to your life and make sure that you end up better financially. Take charge of yourself. Bye and over from me.